Good evening, and welcome to the wonderful, very special holiday edition of All Plays Great and Small. Thank you all for coming. I am your host, Sir Nigel Onions, and tonight we have a very special Yuletide treat for you titled Boxing Day, the Deluxe Christmas Extravaganza edition featuring additional Yuletide footage. Now, some of our story tonight may appear familiar to some of you, but I assure you, our beloved couple, Foxie and Basil, are back with new thrills to enchant and delight you. Oh, before we begin, I just want to take a moment to tell you how happy I am to be with you at this special time of year. A time of giving and thanks and togetherness. Well, not all that together, but you know what I mean, eh? So, without further ado, grab yourself a nibble and make yourself a little, hot toddy. But be careful with the groggy, so you don't make your toddy too naughty. Oh, hell, toddy away. It's been a rough one. So, gather round, my holiday doves, and snuggle in as we take you to the seashore. The Seaside Christmas Tale, Boxing Day, the Deluxe Christmas Extravaganza edition featuring additional Yuletide footage. Cheers!
Good morning, Foxalia, and happy Boxing Day.
Good morning, Basil, and a very happy Boxing Day to you too.
Good morning, North Sea. Good morning, sand dunes. Good morning, seabirds. Look at them, Foxy. Look how playful they are today. Swooping and cavorting. Crew, crew. Call to them, Foxy.
Yes, they are playful indeed. Hello, hello.
Yes, and I do love this day. Boxing Day.
Yes, I know.
Yes, and do you know why, Foxy?
Yes, I do.
Right. And I love being British on this day. Being British on Boxing Day in Britain. There are no words.
Well, there may be one or two.
No, there are none. Especially if you're not British on Boxing Day. I say, what if you're a person from Madagascar? A Madagascarian? I suppose if you're a Madagascarian on Boxing Day, you're too busy resisting the impulse to put a loaded gun in your mouth to appreciate the entire occasion because you've realized you're not British on Boxing Day. Am I right?
Malagasy, Basil.
Sorry?
People from Madagascar are called Malagasy.
Well, yes, they are. So they are. Well, this is what I get for spending my life studying mollusks and not the world's indigenous peoples. Malagasy. My, you're a smart one. Oh, Foxy, how exciting it is to learn a new thing on Boxing Day. A mere badger's breath out of Christmas. And on to the cusp of the new year. The only thing missing is just a dusting of snow. But no matter.
No snow at this seaside this year. Not since 62 and 63. Oh, and 02 with the birth of little Clara.
My God, woman, you are an almanac, aren't you?
Well, I just know there's to be no snow this year.
So it seems, but it's still a splendid morning nonetheless.
Mr. You seem to be in an exceptionally fine spirits today.
I slept like the dead, stuffed to the gills with yesterday's stupendous Christmas feast. Did you not think it was stupendous?
You did present a wonderful Christmas pudding.
What do you think it was stupendous?
I just told you so, Basil.
What about the children?
The children thought it stupendous. We all thought it stupendous.
Are you quite all right?
Yes.
Very good then. Well, it warms my heart to know the children enjoyed the pudding, and it was so good to see them. And they didn't appear as sickly as they usually do. They must be on some new, exciting medications.
Well, they're finally out of the house and starting lives of their own, and putting parental things behind them and moving forward one foot in front of the other.
I should say they are, well, except for little Clara with just the 1 foot.
Basil.
But the other two, Michael with his ongoing acute...
Eczema.
Yes, and Freddie with his... What is it?
Psoriasis and recurring dropsy.
That's it, yes. Quite an angry go of it Freddie's had, but he's doing better.
Basil.
I just wish we could get little Clara another foot. Poor thing, hobbling into another year with just 1 foot.
Well, it appears we're all going to be hobbling into another year, each with our own ongoing challenges.
I'm sensing a tone.
Well,
Am I saying is to keep our hopes vigilant in finding a foot for little Clara, that's all.
yes, Basil. However, that does require a father's undivided attention.
Are you saying I've not been properly attentive?
I am saying there has been a measure of distraction. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Are you quite sure you're well? You look well, but you seem...
Yes, I am well, Basil. And you know who else is well? Your mother. Your mother looks very well.
Yes, she does. The old girl is looking quite chipper, I'd say.
No, for being in a coma.
Yes, Mother's always looked her best when unconscious.
Well, being that your mother was one of Britain's most violent, unrecognized female pugilists, I imagine that was really quite a lot of the time.
But make no mistake. Petula, hush, little baby peas pattern made her mark.
Yes, I know.
Boxing right up to the 9th month with me.
Basil.
What flair she had, what physical prowess, not uncommonly mistaken for Jack Palance.
I am aware.
Here's to the great Petula Hush Little Baby Peas pattern on Boxing Day. Your little baby knows you'll be boxing your way to us soon.
Basil.
I just wish our Christmases had been...
Basil, stop it right now. This very moment. That subject is forbidden and you know it.
My Christmases with Mother.
Yes, what have you had, a stroke? You know I cannot stomach hearing of such memories.
Oh, all right.
Basil, the time has come to talk.
Well, what about, pet?
Don't play coy with me. The fact that you're near tears imbibing a 24-year-old single malt alcoholic beverage at 8 o'clock in the morning on Boxing Day.
But I love Boxing Day.
I know, but I don't want to hear it anymore or hear one more word about your past Christmases.
You're very loud all of a sudden.
And you're drunk. Now, Basil Digby Pease Patton, you have promised every Christmas that you would stop talking to me of your past Christmases with your mother, but confront her so that you may finally resolve all of your unresolved...
Don't say it.
Oedipal issues.
Damn you.
No, Basil, damn you. Decades upon decades of you not standing up to that woman continues to poison your psyche and haunt your soul at this time every year. And this was to be the Christmas for you to finally unshackle yourself from that monstrous woman so that it would finally be our Christmas and so that I would no longer have to be privy to all that you endured. And You're obsessed with the blood and gore of it, and all of it is silly, and it must end. But I fear that you will never cleanse yourself of her. You will never be the man that I deserve as a husband, and who the children deserve as a father. But you will continue to be the broken shell of a son that this woman has reduced you to. A man boy, unable to enjoy Christmas. I can see your anguish. You think you're hiding it, but you're not.
Cease! Cease this at once! You knew I was prepared to do it this Christmas, Foxalia. Prepared to strike at the hour, armed to the psychological teeth to take that woman on, to verbally assassinate her after the drinks and before the pudding, so I could finally be out from under her horrors by the time the goose was carved.
Well, that didn't quite happen, did it?
The woman is in a coma. How was I to know when Petula, hush little baby peas pattern, decided to commemorate her 83rd birthday by boxing an enormous Australian red kangaroo that she would get herself knocked into a marsupial-induced indefinite unconsciousness just before Christmas?
You know, I'm almost tempted to think you yourself put her up to boxing that kangaroo just to get out of it.
You what?
No, don't look at me like that. The bottom line is you promised me a magical Christmas, free of your maternal horrors.
We all want a magical Christmas, Foxalia. Do you ever think about that? I wanted a white Christmas. I wanted to Christmas in the Pyrenees with snow, but no, we have to come to the shore.
You love this shore and the dunes, the birds.
I hate these birds. They mock me, and I wanted to give little Clara a foot, to look into a little face and say, "Good news, little one. A foot's just come in, and you'll have it on Christmas morning." That's what I wanted, but we can't all get what we want when we want it. So here we are, at the sea on Boxing Day. No snow, no foot, and mother in a coma.
All right, Basil. I understand your mother clearly went feral and was solely responsible for getting herself pummeled into oblivion by a kangaroo. And I do know that you were not instrumental in that.
Thank you.
Nevertheless, she remains with us as she is. And you have remained as you are. And unless you do something about it, something that will ease your psychological horrors surrounding her and restore our lives together, our Christmases, I simply cannot stomach being near you. You make me physically ill.
I make you physically ill? Do you hear yourself?
Allow me to clarify. It is your subcutaneous volcanic rage surrounding aforementioned festering motherly issues which makes me physically ill. It radiates out of you like a toxic vapor, and it ignites my blood spasms, my thyroid storms, and upends my capillaries, and it has transformed me into a decaying ecosystem on the brink of extinction, not to mention robbing us of yet another Christmas.
Oh, I get the bloody point. What, a decaying ecosystem?
On the brink of extinction, yes.
I don't believe you. You're as fit as a fawn loping in a meadow. You're practically bomb-proof.
Then would you care to see a note from my physician?
Your physician?
Yes, Basil, my physician.
When, may I ask, did you consult your physician?
Between preparing the Christmas ham, cobbling little Clara's one shoe, and taking the obligatory bedside peek in on your mother, I was told, unless I took drastic measures to remove myself from the grotesque source of my physical maladies, which is your mother's son, Oedipal warfare, that I would be dead by Groundhog Day.
What in the bloody hell is Groundhog Day?
It's a small American holiday consisting of Americans gathered around a short tree stump and coaxing a small rodent out of its hole to examine the state of its shadow, thus determining the length of winter.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, come the 2nd of February, it will make perfect sense because my shadow will be vapor and it will be winter forever.
Foxalia,
An unending apocalyptic winter forever, Basil. So, in the meantime, as an act of preservation for my own life, I shall have to ask you for a divorce.
oh, stop this madness. Stop this madness at instant, I say.
You say?
Yes, that's exactly what I say. I refuse to become a hostage to you both. Mother beeping away into oblivion and you threatening me with your rodent-like wintry extinction. Both of you preying upon my fragile mental capacities this time of year. You're worse than these bloody seabirds.
Basil.
No, that's it. I demand we strike this holiday from our minds. Let Mother continue to beep away undisturbed, and I will, as her health dictates, schedule a proper meeting in my own due time.
Basil.
And you and I will move into a new year together. As husband and wife. Physical ailments vanish. End of argument. Would you care for a drink?
No, thank you.
Aren't you going to yell at me?
No. I haven't the strength.
Oh, pet.
I simply cannot bear to go on like this. Now, please, we'll figure out what must be done about your mother before she destroys us and any Christmases we have left.
Foxalia, you are my Foxalia, Foxy Shropshire Blue of the Shropshire Blue noble cheeses, known for your beautiful spreadable texture and adaptability.
But it has a soft rind.
But it's a beautiful rind. Have faith in me, Foxalia, and try to listen to reason. The woman is nearly dead, a near unrevivable melon. How I do hear your concern. I know I didn't deliver a magical Christmas free of Mother this year, but she can't hurt us any longer, and I will tell you in these last few moments, I am experiencing a lightness, yes, a lightness, a freedom, just now that I have not felt in years. I think you and I, hashing it out a bit, may have done it. Look at me. I'm anew.
You're drunk! Basil, do not be fooled. You cannot escape confronting her. These are wicked issues and must be properly exercised, just as a stake must be driven through the heart of a vampire.
My God, woman, have you lost your nut?
No, I
Look at me. Really, look at me, Foxalia. Petulia, hush little baby Peace Patton's reign of terror is over. You'll never have to hear of these chilling tales again or tell me why I love this day so much. It's all done. And who knows? Upon professional psychiatric examination down the line, we may even discover they serve some purpose. One never knows what past experiences teach us.
Oh, no.
Enough of this talk. Rest your mind on this. Though I failed to give you magic and little Clara her foot or produce snow, it's Boxing Day. Christmas is still in the air, and we can make it our Christmas. Today, yours and mine, just as you wished.
Basil.
Please tell me it's not too late. Foxy, is your face telling me it's too late?
My face is telling you there is something I must tell you.
What is it?
Well, amidst all of your motherly anxieties and turmoil, This is so difficult. I really feel quite confused and a bit unhinged, but
What, pet?
I've fallen in love.
In love?
But Basil, you must believe me when I tell you, I never, ever expected anything like this to happen.
Oh, Foxelia, of course you didn't expect it. How could you? I've been a boor, a baddie, a selfish heathen. I can only imagine what the children think of me. Little Clara.
Basil.
But after seeing me crumble like a human scone, only to rise up like a phoenix, brush off the ash and demand that you stop this silliness so that we can move forward with our lives. And you know how you like me to demand things of you sometimes. So how could you not have fallen in love with me all over again?
No, Basil, I've fallen in love with someone else.
Someone else? Who?
Your mother.
How utterly delicious. What a tale to tell at Christmas time. Who knows where love will land amongst the sugar plums and holly berries? And I dare say, it reminds me of a certain young lad who fell into a surprising affection for his late sister's mink stole. And of course, the little gutter snipes and gossip mongers talked as they do until the day that luscious fur stole became Mrs. Mink Onions. That put a button on it. Doves, hot up your toddies. I am. And let's return to Act 2 of our seaside Christmas lovers conundrum. Bottoms up, doves. See you on the other side.
My mother?
Yes, I realize this is a bit awkward.
You're in love with my mother? Stop it! Stop it, you bloody birds! You planned this, didn't you? Didn't you?
Basil, stop and calm down this instant.
Oh, I am calm. When did this happen? No, how? How can this have happened? You hate my mother. You despise my mother. So how in the bloody hell could...
Basil!
Oh! All right. All right. I'll go back to when. When did this abomination of your feelings occur?
Well, I suppose it started with the near-lethal kangaroo kerfuffle. Suddenly seeing your mother getting that thrashing by that giant roo, its fists raining blow after blow upon her. Are they fists or paws when an animal is beating up one's mother-in-law?
I don't know, but you seem to be the expert on everything.
Fine. It's just seeing its fist paws reduce Petula Peace Patton into a helpless, elderly creature, being carted off to hospital, the boxing gloves dangling from the gurney. I don't know, Basil. It was as if the kangaroo knocked the cruelty and the madness out of her. And with her mighty fists at rest, I suddenly found myself full of feelings for her, feelings going from concern to deep fondness, and then to love.
Scoundrel, that rotter.
But Basil, the madness and cruelty were not knocked out of her, because I have tried to ignore and resist these feelings. But it's as if your mother has crept into my chest on tiny kitten feet and curled up for a nap on my heart. But now that evil feline has sprouted fangs and sunk them deep into my soul. I'm now in her clutches too.
No.
Just as you've been all these years?
Bit of a difference because I'm not in love with my mother.
Well, yes, I know, but they're still clutches.
Yes, they are. My God, Foxalia, now you've got it too. Don't you see? This demon will never rest.
She is cunning.
Brilliant. I tell you this. Foxy, why didn't you tell me?
God, how does one put words to such an obscenity? You know, I've tried to hide it for days upon days, but now I can't take it any longer. Basil, she's under my very skin, and she's swirling inside my brain, and she's put my mind in a fog and dimmed my wits. And Basil, you know how I rely on my wits.
Yes, I do.
But I am aware enough to know this. As I unburden myself to you now, I do know that it is not you who has been making me physically ill, but her, Basil, her.
It's all right. It's all right.
Basil, I should have been stronger.
No, Foxalia, do not tear yourself apart any longer. This is no fault of your own. This is what she is, a force that can devour any soul. Any soul.
I know. I mean, she's been mistaken for Jack Palance, for God's sake. I mean, the handsome jawline and the swarthy cheekbones. And
Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, God. Help me, Basil.
All right. To excise her from your heart and our Christmases, I may have to do the unthinkable. Recite my Petula Peace Pattern Christmas morning memories to you.
No, Basil, no. You said you would never, ever utter those memories again. Now, don't make me listen, Basil. No. I've only heard it in bits and pieces, but that is all I could bear. Don't make me listen to the whole thing.
Don't you see? To banish her from your heart, you must be reminded cruelly of the monster she is. A Krampus demon who thirsts on Christmas memories and devours childhood itself. Perhaps yourself, Foxalia, and have faith in me.
Are you sober?
No, but that's why I'm able to do this.
All right. Proceed.
Begin. The woman you have identified as my mother, as your mother-in-law, the woman you claim to love, well, this is no woman at all, but a fiend.
No.
Yes, Foxalia, a fiend who every Christmas morning, when I was a boy,
No.
did not wake me to take me by the hand and lead me to the twinkling tree adorned with bright baubles and gifts a young boy would love. No, she woke me with a slap and ordered me, her small child, often hot and drenched with fever, to put the gloves on and spar with her. Spar, fight, punch, employing so-called Marquis of Queensberry rules. Now, through this most sacred of mornings, Christmas morning, which in our house housed no smell of warm bread or biscuits or the scent of roasting bubbling away in the oven for Christmastide dinner, but was replaced with the stench of her sweated leather gloves pummeling down on a small, ailing head, and presents or parcels or brown paper baskets wrapped up with string, no, was replaced with iodine and ice packs and screams of me, her tiny opponent. What rang out on Christmas morning in place of Yuletide carols and bells? This succubus is the reason I haven't heard Christmas bells for eons, and I miss them so. So now, Foxalia, you must say it. Once more, you must tell me, why do I love the day after Christmas, Boxing Day, so much?
Oh, Basil.
Say it. Say it once more. Say it.
Because it means you survived Christmas. You survived. God, I never had the courage to listen to your tale in toto, or to truly acknowledge what this day means to you. I never mustered the courage out of my own fear, but now, yes, I needed to hear it.
En toto.
Yes. Oh God, how could I love any creature who makes a child fear for his life on Christmas morning?
And don't forget, she is the same creature who, for my 16th birthday, locked me in my bedroom with a black market male Eurasian lynx and shouted, 2 men in, 1 man out.
Oh God.
I just thought it right to add that in case your heart was still struggling.
It's not struggling. I believe that I believe it worked. I do believe you've done it, Basil. I no longer feel an ounce of tenderness for that woman. Oh my, what a relief it is. Oh, Basil, darling, please hear me. I have been the bore, the baddie, the insensitive beast, calling this mother business silly and dismissing your love of Boxing Day and the import of your surviving Christmas. Well, let's face it, for if you had not survived Christmas, we would not be. Well, you would be dead, but who knows what life would be. But here we are. Here we are.
Here we are. Hello?
Oh, Basil. Hello. Hello, friends. I'm back. Did you see what he did? Basil Digby Peace Patton snatched me from the clutches of evil and snatched me back from the brink of extinction and saved me from seeing my shadow. Oh, I love you, Basil.
And I love you, pet.
Oh, Basil. I do hope that you feel some sense of burdening and peace as well. An unburdening. Of course, you do have more work to do for yourself. And in the wake of what you've just done for me, this cleansing as it were, I want you to know that I leave you to attend to that work with your mother as you see fit, in your own time. I feel quite safe from it all now. Oh my God, I never thought I could say that.
Thank you. Foxalia.
No, Basil, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just one more thing, darling. Next year, we'll have our white Christmas in the Pyrenees. You'll have your snow and bells. And if Mrs. Peace Patton is still with us, well, we'll just wrap garlic around our necks and we'll strap her to a litter and we'll yank her up the side of Monte Partido along with us. Basil, your Christmases mean just as much to me as mine.
That's marvelous. Thank you.
Yes, and with any luck, the following Christmas after that, Clara will have a foot.
Foxy.
Basil, you have taught me something this Boxing Day. You, the mollusk studier who thinks he has nothing to teach me.
What is that?
That. On ground, it's that we can't all have the same magical Christmas we all want on the very same Christmas. Sometimes Christmas comes in dribs and drabs. One year there is an edible resolution and an exorcism. Another year there's snow. Another year afoot. Possibly the year after that, before I'm dead, we'll all go tanning with cocktails in Ibiza. The magic of Christmas will come to us all. We just must be patient.
Foxy.
Sorry, Basil, one more thought, and then you may smash me in the head if I have another. But I must tell you, throughout all these very trying circumstances, I never doubted your attention to little Clara. The notion that you neglected her, it's rubbish. Finding a foot is difficult, but you've been an exemplary father.
Oh, I do have a confession to make.
What is it, love? What? Basil?
The morning of Mother's birthday, the day of the kangaroo match, a call came in informing us that a foot had indeed come in, but I was too consumed assembling the regulation boxing ring to Mother's specifications that I forgot to call back and reserve little Clara's foot. They sent it off to another footless child, and they don't expect another one to come in any time soon.
Basil, Digby Peasepatten. For shame.
I know. Mother was so demanding that I lost my head.
Well, now something must absolutely be done with this creature.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
I need to put her needs over little Clara's.
Unforgivable. I know, and I will resolve this. I will have a word with her, the reposing succubus, or better yet, I will sneak into a room and throw something at her really hard, and then run out. Well, not because of cowardice, because, mind you, it's illegal. But I fear prison. Throwing something at her. But anyway, not that. That should be quite a therapeutic act on my part. And send a proper aggressive message that I will not tolerate manipulations any longer. There.
No, Basil. You must murder her.
Murder?
Yes, murder.
Oh. Murder most foul is in the best it is, but this being most foul strains.
Oh,
and
Basil, this is no time for histrionics. Your daughter continues missing a foot, which is your fault. However, it was orchestrated by that beast in the coma who must, she has left me no choice, be destroyed. Now screw your courage to the sticking place and murder your mother. And if possible, cut off her head and dismember her so that she can in no way be reconstituted to come back and destroy us or our Christmases any further. I'm fed up, Basil.
I don't know. What about the children?
Oh, the children need never know. Skin afflictions and bouts of dropsy would surely run amok.
Oh, God. Oh, but they did love her. Little Clara especially. Oh, Foxelia, old Lady Peasepatten wasn't all bad all the time. She did have some good bits. Perhaps in her little finger. Possibly deep down in her right foot. Which
Basil, stay.
You know? No, all right. All right. I will murder her, but please don't ask me to dismember her.
Basil, little Clara needs her right foot.
No.
Basil, listen to me. You not only have the chance to free yourself of your mother's horrors and reclaim our Christmases, but now you can give your daughter a foot.
But that's my mother's foot.
But little Clara is your daughter.
Oh, God. My mother. My daughter. My mother, my daughter. But Clara will be both my mother and my daughter.
Basil. Forget it, Basil. It's Boxing Day.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is Boxing Day. It is a day of survival, of bandaging up and starting anew. Well, and Christmas is still in the air.
Mere badger's breath away.
Yes. I will murder Mother. And little Clara will have a foot.
Oh, Basil.
Mind you, little Clara will have to adjust to Mother's size 14.
Yes, and compared to little Clara's existing size 4.
Will be awkward and clumsy.
As is life, Basil.
As is life.
I do love you, Basil.
And you, pet. I shall murder Mother tonight. Believe that.
Basil. Wait. It's a beautiful morning, and I think we've had enough murderous talk for one holiday. So would it please you to allow your mother to beep in peace into the new year, but agree that little Clara will have her foot by Groundhog Day?
Oh my. Thank you. Oh, there's my foxy Shropshire blue with a beautiful spreadable texture. Thank you.
And there's the boy I met with scratches on his face and nearly half an ear missing, who managed to subdue a wild cat on his 16th birthday. Happy Boxing Day, Basil.
Happy Boxing Day.
We'll have our snow and bells next year. You've truly given me magic this year. You hear that?
What?
You hear what I hear?
That?
It's sleigh bells.
Oh my God! So it is.
Oh, it's snowing. Oh,
It is snowing. Oh my God! It's a bloody miracle. Oh, miracles! Yes.
oh, it's wonderful, Basil.
You have given me magic as well. Just look. Happy Christmas, Foxelia.
Happy Christmas, Basil.
Well, doves, it seems Basil was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more. And to little Clara, who on Groundhog Day did get her foot, Basil was a true father. And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. May that be truly said of us and all of us. Thank you ever so much for joining us. I'm Sir Nigel Onions, and on behalf of me and Mrs. Mink Onions, Happy Christmas, and to all a good night.
Happy Boxing Day, everybody. Congratulations. Applause, applause. I'm clapping for our really wonderful big audience today. Hands are already going up. And if I could have the cast come back, please. So everybody just come on back, which would be great. Hello, Foxy.
Hello. Sorry for my technical problems there.
Oh, you were wonderful. Everybody was wonderful. We did a great job. So congratulations. A hearty mazel tov on this Boxing Day. So, all right, I'm going to ask the first question, and then we're going to go to Lisa Richards. So, if I could find the playwright, where is the playwright?
She's here.
I am right here. I'm sliding on snow. It's
You know, there's a lot of snow in LA, in mid Wilshire.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's
Cheers.
great. Oh, and by the way, just for everybody, so Pam, you're here in LA, correct?
Yes.
And it says everybody. Gary, where are you?
I'm in Hayfork, California.
Right, Hayfork. That's completely okay. So we're at California-based Boxing Day today. So my first big question, and then we're going to take it to the house, is Gena. Where does this come from? Where does it? Because it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and I'm so curious on where these two characters came from in your whole lexicon of things. You may want to turn off your background so you guys don't.
I don't know how to do that, Todd.
Oh, okay. Go to that up arrow next to the stop video and just choose none in your virtual background. But if you could say, just comment on where Foxie came from, Foxie and Basil. I would love to know the origin.
Actually, do you mind if I switch?
Not at all.
Okay. We're switching places. To answer that, Todd, I don't know. I grew up with a lot of crazy British television, and the snow is really slippery. I'm sliding all over the place. And I find the eccentricity of these people just fun. They say anything. I grew up with a lot of Monty Python, where it's anything goes. They are not shocked really by anything other than bits and pieces of some outrageous behavior. But as far as nothing is off limits or deemed offensive, they basically just say anything, and they roll with it. And I've always loved. And again, it's a little combined with a little bit of the Woody Allen sensibility, kind of that same sort of toss anything in there, play it straight, and get what you want.
Right.
But just play the thing straight. So that's what.
So did you just pull in your writer way? Did these characters? This is just a story that you wanted to tell, or were there characters that you've been trying to fit in, or what was your process?
It literally the first time that we did this in the summer, it was like the month before. I just heard a snippet of. Again, part of it was what would work for Zoom. Two people. Like sitting side by side, and they're not on a park bench or in an elevator, but I thought, oh, and it was like, what would these two people be like talking on the beach? What would they talk about? And put it, I always like to put to put it near a special time of year. So there's stuff to talk about there. Emotions are raised, stakes are raised. So it just, it popped out of like a snippet of dialogue I heard, and then it flew from there. And I called Pam, and I said, "Hey, Foxie, what do you think?" So
very good.
I loved it.
Very, very good. All right, Lisa Richards, you're on.
Yeah, Gena, you broadened the script, right?
I did. It was 20 minutes or 15 minutes before the first one. And this is a full, like 40 minutes now.
It was just amazing, Gena. Just what a ride. What a ride. And Foxie, oh my God, I just think you're the most wonderful actress. And Greg, you were fantastic. Oh, wow. Who directed this?
What was that?
Who directed it?
David Niven.
Lisa, I will let you, or Gena, I'll let you answer that.
Well, anyway, it was fun. Did you direct it, Gena?
Yeah, it was kind of a group effort. And I will say to Todd's question about where stuff comes from, knowing I can work with actors like these three that are really versed with language makes the ideas kind of flow. suddenly the options are open. So it was a group effort. It was a collective, and we all just kind of put it together. So thank you.
I just love the circles that you made and the do you remember?
So Lisa, I lost you on that. I don't know if that's me or you.
You might have been terrific. I'm so, I'm
Well, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
All right. So yes, I don't know what happened with Lisa. There was certainly a connection issue, but
Thank you so much, Lisa, if you're still on.
Yes, thank you.
So much. I'm just going to read a couple things. You guys, you can type into the Q&A. We're going to go a couple more minutes just because it was a long play. So we'll go a couple more minutes. If you have questions, just let me know. But I'm going to read a few things out loud. Mitch Levine says, "Murder Most Foul, fabulous, delightful, bravissimo, great writing and acting, awesome location. What brilliant direction by Sir David Niven." So, and then James Fothergill says, "So funny, major silliness, loved it. Just what the doctor called for. Thank you, cast and production team. Thank you, Gena." And Steve Hoffendahl, "Great job, chaps. Thanks for getting me into the holiday spirit." And Kelly, Michael, and Adam Koenig say, "You've truly given us magic this year. Did I notice a nod to Chinatown? So funny. With any luck this time next year, Clara will be free of the pandemic and get back to her awkward and clumsy life of one small and one large foot. Thank you, smart artist at Smartphone Theater." And then Tom Alper, "Great performances. Great accent, Greg. Another gem by Gena." And Donna Adams, "Enjoyed the play. Thanks for the invite." From Donna in Indiana.
Yes, Donna's part of our Sullivan production crew. So Donna, meet Todd, our producer.
Hello,
hello. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you, guys.
Donna, that's great.
Hooray, Sullivan.
Hooray, Sullivan. Yes, Mark Wickham says, "Hope Clara fits that size 14. And Doug Jacobs, Gena, Pam, I love you all. And Gary, I love you all. Great wordplay to keep up the good work." So
thank you, guys. Thank you.
That's absolutely wonderful. Can I ask, because very often our casts come from either the writer and the director. We don't necessarily have a casting session. Everything just comes. Are these all friends? Are these all people that you've worked with, Gena?
Yes.
You cast very well. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you. Truthfully, it's wonderful working with Greg and Pam because they've played husband and wife before. And Greg, and I'll let Greg take this, but he and Gary go back many decades with many,
If I may, Gary is a brother from another mother. We have done now, this is I believe our 11th.
I think you're right.
An 11th production together. The first one starting in the fall of 1981.
Wow.
And many, God bless him, great times. Great.
I wasn't even born then.
Well, we belonged to Zygote Theater, actually. We were quite but yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm kidding, right? So,
of course.
Oh, yeah.
I was 2. Oh, that's great.
Labor of love. Anything I've told Gena this many times, and a lot of people don't realize this. I don't get to see anything she writes or hear anything until everybody else does. I don't. I'm just. That's it. I'm not let in on this secret, and that's kind of the fun of it. So. As long as she wants to keep throwing things at me, I'll catch it and run as fast as I can.
I got a lot of snow.
A lot of snow. So you never give notes. You never say maybe a tweak here, a tweak there.
No,
No, never. Okay.
not tons of notes.
In the formula. What's that?
Well, basically the way, and this is, when I'm writing something, I essentially, I treat Greg just like any other actor. He doesn't get it until we actually have a table read. And then along with him and along with the other actors, then I'm ready to hear thoughts and stuff. But I got to spend some time with it by myself for a long time. Then I open up the door to, and so we're colleagues at the point I start writing a script. So
what about if the shoe's on the other foot? Not the size 14 foot, pick a foot, whatever foot you like. So what about if Greg is in a production? Do you ever sit in on a rehearsal that you're not involved with? Not at all.
No, in fact, I don't, other than hearing how did it go or little, I don't want to hear anything. I just want to show up as a patron. I want to show up as an audience. I like the mystery of it. I don't want any special treatment. I don't want to know anything.
That's wonderful.
And if I could just put a button, Todd, on this, that she absolutely has spared no. I mean, honesty, boy. Yeah. And believe me, I know it. And I trust it, And same with Gary and certainly Pam. I mean, we're all honest with each other, and I think Gary, didn't we come up with some ridiculous thing that if an actor's awful and they're a dear friend and you have to come back, you kind of go, you
were there.
You were there. Out of all the plays I've seen, you're in one of them.
Well, here's a couple more notes I'll read out loud and then we'll call it a day. So Lisa Robbins says, bravo. Judy Gould says, looking forward to chapter 2 and love the actors almost as much as my dear cousin Gena.
Oh, she's Jimmy's sister from Cincinnati. So.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Judy.
Deborah Tanaka says, aloha from Deborah. Love the fun and wit amidst this crazy time. Such mirth and levity. Great acting all around. Love and kisses to my girl, Gena.
Thank you, Deborah.
And David Franco says, this was close to home. I've been trying to kill my mother for years. I'm going to get a drink or two.
Thank you, David Franco.
Thank you, David.
Oh, so funny.
Deborah. Oh, thank you.
Oh, so funny. Michael Cavanaugh, come join us.
Cool.
I started laughing. Gena, I think that you must be English relative to what you were talking about. It's just within your soul is the English. One of the most wonderful phrases in the script, and it just is very indicative of what I love about your writing. It's 2 words, unrevivable melon. It's just so incredible about the mother. She's unrevivable melon.
Thank you, Michael.
That is just amazing. I'm sitting here laughing, thinking about it, saying it out loud. And the other thing, you and I had a conversation about Spitfire airplanes.
We did.
So that's another thing that's obviously about your English background. It was a wonderful evening. Thank you all.
Michael, thank
it was
you
just
so much.
a great joy. Really enjoyed it, and just another example of your wonderful writing. Having great actors to work with is just.
No, this is the recipe.
It's a joy for me, and I'm sure everybody who was to be here tonight. Thank you.
Michael, thank you so much.
Have a wonderful holiday.
You too.
And you too.
You're welcome, and have a wonderful holiday, and maybe most of all, everybody stay safe.
Absolutely.
You too.
Michael, if I may add something quickly, I'm a huge fan of your work, and the fact that you love planes is near and dear to my heart. So someday Gena will connect us, and we can talk some aeronautics.
Well, there you go.
She gave me for
I
my
would love that.
Yeah, she gave me a huge model of B-17 that I have to put together now. So there it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's one of the great bombers in World War II.
Right? One of these days I'm going to get to fly in one, but that's on the bucket list.
All right.
That would be great. I would love to join you for that one.
We'll let you know.
That goes on the
Okay, thank you.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Lisa
Again,
Robbins.
thank you all so much.
Thanks, Michael. Lisa Robbins, you're up.
Yeah, I can't leave it just at, well, goodbye, Sir Nigel.
Goodbye, Sir
Are
Nigel.
you signing off?
Oh,
I'll see you all soon, I'm sure.
Walk.
We will talk, sir.
Wonderful.
Talk later.
That's
I'll see you at the bar.
all right.
Indeed.
All right,
Love
Gary.
Henry and Wendy.
Thank you.
Anyway, I can't even just leave it at bravo, because the way you took a gem that you had already created and I was like, okay, well, I'll watch it again because I love these people and everything. But oh my God, Gena, you are just absolutely insane. I mean, the black humor and the things that you had your characters say, and all so perfectly motivated, and oh my God, I just thought it was absolutely wonderful and flawlessly executed. Thank you, actors, just perfect. I love this piece, and yeah, I can't wait to see the next one. All right.
Thank you,
Happy
Lisa.
Mary.
Thank you, Lisa. That was
Yes.
marvelous. Thank you.
Okay, everybody. So I think that's going to wrap us up for today. I want to repeat again about next week, which we're doing a special presentation of Bob's Holiday Office Party, which is going to be, remember, 25 years. It's quite an experience. If you're not familiar, then please, you can go to the website, just Google Bob's Holiday Office Party or Bob's Office Party, and you'll read all the reviews. It's an institution. So that comes in next week. And then the following week after that, which is New Year's Day, we're actually going to do an open mic night of poetry. So we already have a nice list of poets who are coming in. One buddy of mine who's a Tony Award winner, so it's going to be fantastic. And I really encourage anybody else who wants to share their poetry, please let me know. Michael Cavanaugh, I see your hand is up. I don't know if that's an accident, but I'm going to hit the button just in case.
I just want to say that
Yes.
for the Bob's Party,
Yes.
if you haven't seen that, I had the good fortune of seeing it. It's really extraordinary. You talk about way out there.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what it'll be like online, but in the real world, it was fabulous.
It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
It was actually a 3-camera shoot. So it's the whole live play beginning to end, and it's quite remarkable. So I'll have information up on Bob's by Tuesday, which is when you can register. So we always open the house on Tuesday, and so you'll be able to take care of that. In the meantime, again, thank you to all of our supporters. If you want to throw something in the tip jar, please do. You can find that on the website, which is smartphonetheater.com. And other than that, thank you guys for visiting us again today. And we'll see you next week. To my cast who's still here, I'm going to send you another link. We're going to do a little toast. So check your email. I'm going to send you a quick link, and we're going to say goodbye. To
right.
everybody else out in the house and in the world.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you guys
God
so
bless.
much.
Stay well,
Thank
stay
you.
safe.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Holidays.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Bye-bye.